For over 2 decades, one of the most recognizable actors in the world chased a single symbol of validation, a golden statue. Despite global fame, critical acclaim, and unmatched box office success, that recognition remained elusive. His journey became more than a career narrative. It turned into a cultural obsession. Audiences watched as near misses became memes, and admiration blurred into irony. Yet beneath the spectacle lay a deeper question. What happens when a person achieves everything the world celebrates but still feels incomplete? This is not just a story of success and failure. It is a story about identity, sacrifice, and the hidden cost of becoming a legend. Roots in struggle. Long before red carpets and flashing cameras, his story began in a rough neighborhood of East Hollywood. The streets were harsh, filled with danger and uncertainty, far removed from the glamour associated with Los Angeles. Raised by a single mother who worked tirelessly to provide for him, his childhood was defined by instability. They lived in a small apartment near busy, unforgiving streets where survival came before dreams. He witnessed struggles that forced him to grow up quickly. Yet within that hardship, something powerful took shape. A determination fueled not by ego, but by a desire to escape and create a better life. A mother's sacrifice. His mother was the foundation of everything he would become. She played every role: provider, protector, and unwavering believer in his potential. Together, they traveled across the city for auditions, often relying on multiple bus rides just to get there. When money ran low, they walked. Each rejection they faced could have broken their spirit, but instead it strengthened their resolve. She never allowed disappointment to define their journey. Her faith became his armor. Watching her endure so much instilled in him a promise. He would succeed, not just for himself, but to repay the sacrifices she made for his future. Early rejections. The path into acting was anything but glamorous. As a child, he faced constant rejection. Casting directors overlooked him, labeling him as ordinary, forgettable, or simply not what they wanted. Audition after audition ended with polite dismissals and empty promises. For years, he struggled to find meaningful opportunities, landing small roles that did little to advance his career. Yet he refused to give up. Each rejection became a lesson, reinforcing the idea that persistence mattered more than approval. He learned early that success was not about immediate recognition, but about enduring long enough to prove everyone wrong. First glimpses of success. Eventually, small cracks began to appear in the wall of rejection. Television roles provided visibility, offering him a chance to demonstrate his abilities to a wider audience. Though these roles were modest, they marked a turning point. For the first time, people began to notice him. However, this new phase came with its own challenges. He feared being typecast, trapped in roles that would limit his growth as an actor. While others might have been satisfied with steady work, he remained restless. He wanted more than recognition. He wanted respect as a serious performer, capable of depth and transformation. Breaking through his breakthrough came when he was cast in a film alongside an established and highly respected actor. The opportunity was both thrilling and terrifying. Surrounded by seasoned professionals, he felt the weight of expectation and self-doubt. Yet when filming began, something shifted. He drew from his own experiences, his struggles, fears, and emotions, and poured them into his performance. The result was powerful and authentic. Critics took notice, praising his ability to hold his own against a veteran. This moment redefined his career, transforming him from a promising newcomer into a serious actor with undeniable talent. Recognition without reward. Soon after, another performance elevated him even further, earning him critical acclaim and his first major award nomination. At a young age, he was already being recognized among the industry's best. However, the ultimate prize continued to slip through his fingers. Each nomination brought hope, followed by disappointment. Over time, this pattern became a defining narrative of his career. The absence of a win turned into a public spectacle, with audiences and media fixating on the perceived injustice. What should have been a celebration of his achievements became a reminder of what he had not yet received, the burden of expectation. As his fame grew, so did the pressure. He was no longer just an actor. He became a symbol of excellence, constantly expected to surpass his previous work. This expectation pushed him to extremes, taking on physically and emotionally demanding roles that tested his limits. He sought authenticity in every performance, often enduring harsh conditions to deliver realism. While this dedication earned admiration, it also came at a cost. The line between personal well-being and professional ambition blurred. The pursuit of perfection became relentless, leaving little room for balance or reflection. Fame's hidden cost. Despite his success, fame brought isolation. The same recognition that opened doors also closed others. Privacy became a luxury he could no longer afford. Every aspect of his life was scrutinized, from his relationships to his lifestyle choices. He became both admired and misunderstood. A public figure whose true self remained hidden behind a carefully maintained image. The connections he formed often struggled under the weight of his fame. Over time, it became harder to distinguish genuine relationships from those influenced by his status, leaving him increasingly guarded and distant. The Oscar moment. When he finally won the long-awaited award, it was seen as a triumphant moment, not just for him, but for everyone who had followed his journey. It symbolized persistence, validation, and the end of a long struggle. Yet the victory felt different than expected. Instead of pure fulfillment, there was a sense of closure mixed with uncertainty. The goal that had driven him for so long was achieved, leaving a void where ambition once lived. It raised a deeper question. If success does not bring lasting satisfaction, then what truly does? Conclusion. Beyond the spotlight. His story is more than a tale of fame and achievement. It is a reflection of the human condition. It reveals the complexities of ambition, the sacrifices behind success, and the emptiness that can follow even the greatest accomplishments. While the world sees a legend, the reality is far more nuanced. A person shaped by struggle, driven by purpose, and searching for meaning beyond external validation. Ultimately, his journey reminds us that fulfillment cannot be measured by awards or recognition. It is found in connection, authenticity, and the ability to embrace life beyond the roles we play.